and what happened to Corey. You heard from the Secret Service director, this woman named Kimberly Cheadle. Very strange, very strange. We're not hearing much in the way of information. And when we do get information from the Secret Service, it is totally baffling. Take a look.
Should that roof have been secure, period?
That building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof. And so, the decision was made to secure the building from inside.
I feel like I'm being lied to. I really feel like I'm being lied to. The cover-up, the bureaucracy, the finger pointing, they did it, not us. Safety first. Excuse me? The United States Secret Service, the people who take bullets, are worried about a roof? Can I see the sniper on that roof, right? He's crawling up on a sloped roof. The sloped roof did not stop this maniac, but it stopped the Secret Service? It stopped the cops? No, I don't think so. This is where I get to the lie part. Because, well, just over Donald Trump's shoulder, there was another building with a sloped roof that I guess conceivably somebody could slip and fall from. The Secret Service snipers, if you don't mind, could I see that, please? Notice anything? The roof is on an angle. Yeah, drop the banner for a moment so you can really see that. It is on an angle, a sloped roof. We're being lied to already, and I don't like it. Nobody does. The director, who is she? Her name is Kimberly Cheadle. Okay, what do we need to know about her? Can we put her resume up on the board, please? This was somewhat erroneously reported. She was actually, has Secret Service duty. She was there for 28 years. Then she went to PepsiCo, right? She was given the job by President Biden, the director of the Secret Service, but check that out. She served, I heard one report that she was with Dick Cheney, providing protection for 6 years. The Cheneys. Dick and Liz. Well, we know that they think that Donald Trump is a clear and present danger, a clear and present threat to American democracy, right? Here's Dick in a cowboy hat making that point as he's desperately trying to get his daughter reelected to the House, which of course was a totally failing mission, but he tried.
In our nation's 246-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump.
Well, that's,
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Is nothing compared to, he's a threat. Let's shoot him. Bang, bang. Hold his head up. Severed. Bang, bang, Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
That's pretty intense. What about Liz Cheney, please?
He cannot be the next president because if he is, all of the things that he attempted to do but was stopped from doing by responsible people around him at the Department of Justice, at the White House counsel's office, all of those things he will do. There will be no guardrails, and everyone has been warned. After January 6th, after our investigation, after all of the evidence that we laid out about all of the steps in his multi-part plan to overturn the election, there can be no question that he will unravel the institutions of our democracy. I think Donald Trump is the single most dangerous threat we face.
All right. That's totally over the top and not true. But she is so committed to that. I have to talk about something else.
Satan is the biggest threat. Satan. If God wanted Donald Trump dead, he would have killed him. But seriously, Jesus has Donald Trump's ear, just like the Roman soldier that got his ear cut off when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane. So no, Jesus has Donald Trump there for a reason. Believe it or not, God is in control. God does not want people to abort babies. Biden says you can abort babies up to the 9 months. That is not even Catholic, and Biden claims to be a Catholic. I don't think so.
There is an oath of office that lawmakers take, members of the military take, sometimes uniformed Secret Service members take. Millions of people take this oath. And it reads as follows. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. You've heard it before. I do solemnly swear to preserve, blah, 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 blah. But there's that part in there. Let's see here. All enemies, foreign and domestic. I will protect the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. I think it's pretty clear that Liz has convinced herself, and many other people have convinced themselves, that Donald Trump is a threat, right, to the Constitution, to the United States of America. I mean, they've said it out loud. It's no mystery. Two more quick things here. She wrote a book that came out about a year ago, Liz Cheney, Oath and Honor. All right. Now, remember the oath. We just talked about the oath. And she, in that book, talks about how close she is to the Secret Service. And that's fine. You can be close to the Secret Service, but a few other things going on. And she does know the Secret Service well. For more than 7 years, while my dad was vice president, I was a Secret Service protectee. The brave, patriotic, and professional men and women of the Secret Service had kept my family and me safe. I have stayed in touch with many of them for nearly 20 years. Okay, that's great. But going on, later in the book, she talks about how the Secret Service was so incredibly helpful to the January 6th committee. There's a lot here, but they received 1 million new emails and documents from the Secret Service. And she talks about how the Secret Service basically never does this. Usually they have to be court ordered to do it, but they did it voluntarily. They did it anyway without a court order. She also says that the Secret Service documents revealed, continue please, how depraved, let me see here, during the Select Committee's meeting on October 13, 2022, we also showed the public a number of the newly obtained Secret Service documents. These bore directly upon the depravity of Donald Trump's actions on January 6th, proving that those in the White House knew there was a substantial risk of violence. Now, January 6th is a fraud, right? It's a total farce. We've seen the cops let people in. We saw what they did to Ashley Babbitt. They didn't even ask the right questions. They didn't ask the questions. They were not interested in the answers, so they didn't ask all the key questions. I think that Liz Cheney, given her comments over the past and her close association with the Secret Service, and we know there are heroes in the Secret Service, but any organization ever in the history of the world has had corrupt people in it. I think I'm looking at two of them right there in that picture.